play a bit of homebody. Then I'm gonna go to bed. Warning: this game contains depictions of. Okay, whatever. Contains depictions of something. Loading. Loading. Okay. In a Glass Darkly by J. Sheridan LeFano in 3 volumes. Volume 1, London. R. Bentley and Son, New Burlington Street, 1672. Seems like this is all there is. It's not gonna let me oh, wait, no. Is it did? Basic prologue. Uh, Martin Hesselius, the German physician, uh, though carefully educated in medicine and surgery, I have never practiced either. The study of each continued nevertheless to interest me profoundly. Neither idleness nor caprice caused my secession from the honorable calling which I had just entered. The cause was a very trifling scratch inflicted by a dissecting knife. The trifle cost me the loss of 2 fingers, amputated promptly, and the more painful loss of I see my health, for I have never quite been quite well since, and have seldom. Um, okay, I see how this works, and have seldom been 12 months together in the same place. In my wanderings, I became acquainted with Dr. Martin Hesselius, a wanderer like myself, like me, a physician, and like me, an enthusiast in his profession. Unlike me, in this, that his wanderings were voluntary, and he a man, if not of fortune, as we estimate in England, at least in what our forefathers used to term easy circumstances. He was an old man when I saw him, nearly 35 years my senior. In Dr. Martin Harsilius I found my master. His knowledge was immense. His grasp of a case was intuition. He was the very man to inspire a young enthusiast like me with awe and delight. My admiration has stood the test of time and survived the separation of death. I am sure it was well founded. For nearly 20 years I acted as his medical secretary. His immense collection of papers he has left in my care, to be arranged, indexed, and bound. His treatment of some of these cases is curious. He writes in 2 distinct characters. He describes what he saw and heard as an intelligent layman might, and when in this style of narrative he had seen the patient either through his own hell door to the light of day, or through the gates of darkness to the caverns of the dead, he returns upon the narrative, and in the terms of his art, and with all the force and originality of genius, proceeds to the work of analysis, diagnosis, and illustration. Here and there, a case strikes me as of a kind of to amuse or horrify a lay reader with an interest quite different from the peculiar one which it may possess for an expert. with slight modifications, chiefly of language and, of course, a change of names. I copy the following. The narrator is Dr. Martin Hesselius. I find it among the voluminous notes of cases which he made during a tour in England about 64 years ago. It is related in a series of letters to his friend Professor Van Loo of Leyden. The professor was not a physician, but a chemist, and a man who read a history and metaphysics and medicine. Who read history and metaphysics and medicine, and had in his day written a play. The narrative is therefore, if somewhat less valuable as a medical record, necessarily written in a manner more likely to interest an unlearned reader. These letters from a memorandum attached appear to have been returned on the death of the professor in 1819 to Dr. Hesselius. They are written some in English, some in French, but the greater part in German. I am a faithful, though I am conscious, by no means a graceful translator, and although here and there I omit some passages and shorten others and disguise names, I have interpolated nothing. Chapter 1. Dr. Hesselius relates how he met the Reverend Dr. Mr. Jennings. The Reverend Mr. Jennings. The Reverend Mr. Jennings is tall and thin. He is middle-aged, and he dresses with a natty, old-fashioned, high-church precision. He is naturally a little stately, but not at all stiff. His features, without being handsome, are well formed, and their expression extremely kind, but also shy. I met him one evening at Lady Mary Hayduk's. The modesty and benevolence of his countenance are extremely prepossessing. We were but a small party, and he joined agreeably enough in the conversation. He seems to enjoy listening very much more than contributing to the talk, but what he says is always to the purpose and well said. He is a great favorite of Lady Mary's, who it seems consults him upon many things. And there's 456 pages of this, are there? I just realized it's 10 out of 456. Okay, maybe we won't read it all tonight. Um, wait, let's just start. What's I saying? Consults him upon many things, and thinks him the most happy and blessed person on earth. Little knows she about him. Uh, I've been reading for like 8 minutes. Well, we read 10 pages out of 456. 10 pages is a good start. Let's stop here. If I want to read it later, I just flip to page 10 easily enough. Huh. Well, if you're able to remember that I'm on page 10, let's just flip through all the pages. That way the game knows that I've read everything. Woo! Huh. There's a page missing from the book. Next to it, there's 4 vertically stacked color bars. Is this like art? What does it mean? Could be a puzzle. Uh, blue, white, red, red. I think it went into my memory files. Now I have to leave. I have no choice. Is there only one page missing? Because this will be 456, right? Why does she keep reading past this point? Flip the page. Now it's 1332. It's changed, hasn't it? Blue, red, red, yellow. That's weird. Anyway, let's move on. I'm confused why she doesn't turn the page and keep reading. Okay, so there's not really 456 pages. There's how many pages? 110 pages. 109 pages. Okay, it is blue, red, red, yellow. I think it just looked white for a second. Alright. Wait, it would be blue, yellow, red, red, right? Because red is 3. Blue, yellow, red, red. There's a strange power bar marked into the wall. It looks like it can provide power to one of the two cables that leave the box on the left and right side. But the box itself needs to be powered on first. There's a yellow and black striped cable coming into the bottom of the box from the floor. A yellow cable leads from the left side of the box out into the foyer. A teal cable leads from the right side of the box and up into the ceiling. Okay, doesn't seem like I can open that. Guess we're leaving it alone. So, the power might not be coming up into it right now from below. I guess I can't interact with any of this stuff. Okay, interesting. It's only as I walk into view that this stuff starts to appear. So I can't talk to, I can't, oh yes I can talk to Megan. There we go. Hi Megan. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, Emily. I'm so glad you're here. Why would that make me uncomfortable? Just like, I know how stressful it is to feel seen like that. That's sweet. It's a good scene. Francine was actually pretty worried you weren't going to come. She said you've been really busy with work lately. You and Francine must hang out all the time since you moved out there, huh? Well, yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, sorry again I'm so late. I haven't been in town for a while, so my mom is being needy. Geez, yeah, I know she's holding up okay. I hope she's holding up okay, but I mostly hope you're holding up okay. And anything we're still waiting. And anyway, we're still waiting on Pete. Maybe Pete's already dead upstairs. When they went upstairs, Pete arrived and lady killed him. I assume it's the lady. I don't know. It's a weird thing. The killer, I guess. I haven't actually seen it in game. I've only seen it, when you guys saw it. There's a lock on the front door. Do you know why? What? Did you try unlocking it? Did somebody lock this thing on purpose? Oh shit. So we're trapped inside till we figure the lock out? Okay, no reason to panic. Jeez, Megan, it's been so long. How have you been? Sure has. Though I mean, the list of thing updates is short. Not a bad thing. Just like I'm still doing the same stuff, working, gaming, having out of body experiences. You know how it goes. Uh, uh, out of body experiences. I'm not sure. I do know how that goes. Maybe they're not out of body experiences exactly. What it's called? What's it called? Sleep paralysis. Isn't that the thing where you're held in an icy grip, motionless, as a being beyond your understanding stares at you through the doorway? Ha! That's it. Anyway, I'm good, is what I'm saying. How's your dad? Fine, I guess. If we just stick to talking about food and movies we like, it's alright. Like, the only quality time I ever spend with him is watching TV in silence, and I think I'm fine with that. Have you ever tried to play video games with him? Nah, he thinks they're dumb and too much work. He's not wrong. Tell me about it. Uh, you guys already went out to watch the Crusades? We went out last night. Yeah, it was a bummer that not to have the whole group there, but it was good. Did you actually see the comment? Nope. I gave my eyes time to adjust and everything. Burned the stars into my retinas. The Crusades are supposed to be at their peak this whole weekend, so it's not too late. Not that the meteor shower is actually why we do this. Francine and Cliff both said they saw one last night. What are you playing? This is a game called Period Mystery. It's a super rare game that's mostly on unlicensed copies, like this one. I'm the little guy with the hat. I'm getting attacked by birds, I guess. They're throwing eggs at me. Licensed? Like bootleg? Yeah. Well, kinda. It's a licensed game, but it's never gotten any distribution. It's mostly on. It mostly only exists on unlicensed copies. Clone cartridges like these were popular in countries where major consoles didn't get distributed or were too expensive. A lot of people had no way of knowing there was any other option. The bootlegs were the only choice. And there were clone consoles too? Yeah, Chinese and Eastern European companies pumped them out. Brands like Microgenius, Subor, Dandy. These things really flew under the radar, and in the US, they're mostly remembered as a funny, shitty curio. But there are people like me who are just as interested in collecting them. Hold on, I'm gonna call that person back. Uh, as a funny, shitty curio. Heh, nah, it's pretty earnest for me at least. Retro collection is usually pretty predicated on nostalgia, like recapturing the feeling of your childhood and getting back things that you feel you lost to time. The truth is, I didn't like my childhood, and I'm glad that most of that stuff is gone. Sorry, Megan. Thanks. I'm over it. I know your childhood was no picnic either. It wasn't, but we can commiserate together, so it was worth it, right? Sure. The only thing I'm nostalgic for are things that I didn't actually have, things that I wanted but never got to touch, or things I never knew existed, like this copy of Period Mystery. I'm excited to be able to play it while I'm here. Can I? You didn't bring that thing with you? No? Even though there was no guarantee there'd be double CRT TV, I had a feeling. Period Mystery was just waiting here for me when I got here. You can play it too. Go ahead and give it a try. It's sweet of you to check in with me, Emily, but you should go say hi to everybody else. I'll still be here. Wait, by the way, have you heard the house rules yet? Ugh, I want to get out of this conversation so I can call my friend back. House rules? Yeah, it's one of those things. The owner of the house left us a big binder of rules we have to follow. They're pretty basic, aside from some weirdly specific rules about the silverware. The only part that really matters is that we're not supposed to stay. We're supposed to stay out of the cellar and attic. I need to go into the cellar to open the door so we can get out. Wait, why? Now I want to know what I'm missing. Careful what you wish for. We need to go into the cellar to open the door so we can get out of the house, Megan. There's a bed made up for you in the little bedroom by the study. Take your time unpacking, though. We're not going to be up to anything for a while, so we can get settled in. Well, anyway, I'm stopping here. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Save recent gameplay full video.